Since the February 22nd earthquake, the central city of Christchurch has been a no-go area, the red zone. Dangerous buildings are being toppled and it's totally unsafe for anyone to enter. Now, the exciting thing is that Christchurch has the chance to redevelop a cutting-edge city with ideas from us who live here. Now, the City Council are setting about creating a new vision for the city, and they are after your ideas. So team, this is David Sims, an architect, an urban architect from Denmark, here to help Christchurch create a new vision for our city. Welcome, thank you for being on the show, David. Now, obviously, it's a big job. Where do you even start?
Well, obviously it's a huge job and cities are real complicated. You can see it's a real mess here, and cities are really complicated because it's traffic and it's architecture and it's roads and cables and wires and it's all this complicated stuff. But most of all, it's about people. And the first thing I have to do is talk to people here. And my job is to listen to the people of Christchurch and ask them, what kind of city do you want?
So here in Christchurch in May, you ran an expo to get people's ideas of what they wanted. What did you get from that?
Well, I mean, there are really loads and loads of ideas. I think there are like more than 50,000 ideas. People love the city, but I think people also wanted to change the city. They could recognise that it was kind of traffic dominated and it wasn't as green as you imagine the garden city would be. That's what they call it like the garden city. And so what we've got a lot of people saying, well, they want more trees, they want more green, they want to be able to walk and bike around, they wanted better public transport. So I guess all of those things were really, I got the real feeling people were thinking to the future.
shareanidea.org.nz is already brimming with ideas to reinvigorate Christchurch. From bilingual signage to outdoor markets and more green spaces, the options are endless. Now here we are at the Design and Arts College of New Zealand with 3 students in their final year. Please welcome Rob, Crystal and Will. Now guys, for your final year, you're given a project. You have to design a building that would boost the image of the city. So Rob, here is your design here. What was the key aim for you?
Right, for me, a big problem with Christchurch at the moment is the traffic. So what I'm trying to do with this is break into that, bring some of the pedestrian traffic from the centre of town down into this area and create a space that's just great to hang out in, to bump into people and just generally be.
Now Crystal, I'm loving this one and feeling the inspiration behind it. What were your thoughts?
Well, I designed this building with the musical note to show everyone that it is a school for music and dance. So the note really does do that. It's quite a sculptural element, which is something that needs to be brought into some of the new buildings for Christchurch, as well as all the green spaces, which lets people interact with the outside of the building and draws people into the spaces.
So Will, what's one of the most important factors when rebuilding?
Well, one thing that I looked at was really incorporating my design into the other city precincts within town. So that's, looking at public areas and how they can be utilised for the people of Christchurch. So it's made to be seen as a use for the public as well as the people of the building.
The future of our city really is in our hands. So if it's a skateboard lane you want to see down Colombo Street or a giant movie theatre outside in the square, your imagination is the greatest tool we have in the rebuild of Christchurch.